All right, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called The Panther's Claw, 1942. Giving it 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was all right. There's a good plot twist and stereotype character in there. It was. I forgot the. Um, can't look up the guy's name. He's not on Wikipedia. Sorry. All right. The Panther's Claw is a 1942 U.S. mystery film. Poverty Row from PRC, directed by William Beaudine. The infamous William Beaudine. I forgot to put his name in the description. Let's see if I can do it. Directed by he's a pretty decent director. He's done 179, according to Wikipedia. William Beaudine, and I forgot to put Byron Foulger in the tags. All right, fixed that problem. No internet issues today on a Monday. It always happens on a Friday night. All right. Okay, The Panther's Claw is a 1942 U.S. mystery film directed by William Beaudine and distributed by Producers Releasing Corporation, PRC, which is a Poverty Row gig. I love the movie poster. Great stuff. It's a loose sequel to the two Columbia Pictures films of the 1930s, The Nightclub Lady and The Circus Queen Murder. After a policeman catches Everett P. Digberry leaving a cemetery in the middle of the night, Digberry explains that he was instructed to leave $1,000 on his aunt's grave. He is brought to police headquarters where he explains that he received a letter with instructions from someone called the Panther, and several others who received similar letters are with the police as well. The police commissioner determines that the group members are all connected with an opera company. They suggest a baritone named Enrico Lombardi, who may have a motive as he was recently banished from the company. Lombardi is enraged to find his name in the newspaper as the prime suspect, and he confronts Nina Polizia, who had received a letter from the Panther. Digberry intervenes, but Lombardi chokes and Lombardi strikes Digberry. The police attempt to identify the Panther by comparing the typewritten letters to samples from various typewriters. And that's all I can say without spoiling the ending. Nobody in the chat room today. It must be a Monday. All right. The Panther's Claw, 1942, an hour and 10 minutes. Good timing there. It's a 5.9 out of 10, which is very close to my rating, actually. The average rating on IMDb, 5.9. I'm giving it a 6. Only 358 ratings. And it's public domain. I watched it on Cult Cinema Classics YouTube channel. Members of an opera company are being blackmailed by someone called the Black Panther. All right. Here's a similar type of review from Plankton Rules. Plankton Rules is also giving it a 6 out of 10, similar rating. Well, the same rating as mine. And the title of the review on IMDb is Byron Foulger makes this one worth seeing. This review is dated September 21st, 2014. The Panther's Claw is a B movie from the tiny PRC, a tiny studio that made a ton of cheap, low budgeted Bs. Yeah, we call it Poverty Row on this channel. While this film isn't much different from the norm for PRC, it is inexplicably more enjoyable than most of their output. I'll agree with that. Now, I'm not saying it's an especially well-made film. It's full of plot holes, and the ending is one great, giant, big plot hole. But despite all this, it is fun to watch, and much of it because of the inexplicable choice for a main suspect in this murder mystery. When the film begins, a very mousy man, Everett Digberry, played by Byron Foulger, is caught climbing over the wall from the cemetery. According to Digberry, he had to go to the place to drop off extortion money from an unknown person who calls themselves the Panther. However, the cop insists on taking Digberry downtown, and he is treated like a criminal. Fortunately, the police chief isn't as stupid as the rest of the cops, and he feels sorry for Digberry, and he feels that he is a victim of a crime, not some evil perpetrator. However, over time, this confidence is shaken as several murders occur, and all of the evidence points to poor old Digberry. As I mentioned above, seeing one of the meekest men in all of Hollywood playing a guy who might be a multiple murderer and extortionist is pretty funny. Additionally, despite a few plot holes, the script actually is pretty good, particularly when it comes to snappy dialogue. Although this is far from a great film, it is entertaining. Fans of old B mysteries would surely enjoy this one. I agree with everything in that that was said in that review. More like this man is news doom cargo. The Falcon takes over in the hidden hand. This PRC programmer provided a rare starring role for the very prolific character actor, Byron Foulger. Although he gets only third billing, his character has the most screen time. Good for Brian Foulger. I like his demeanor and his bulging eyes. The first name of the character, Giuseppe Bartarelli, as it is shown in the closing credits, is a misspelling of Giuseppe, the Italian form of Joseph. Miss Spencer is quoted as saying, "Is he arrested?" And then Nicodemus J. Brown is quoted as saying, "That ain't Santa Claus walking alongside of him." This was featured in Terror Theater, The Panther's Claw, 1957. All right, release date May 15th, 1942 in the US. Country of origin US. Language English, also known as Shake Hands with Murder. Production company Motion Picture Associates. Runtime 1 hour 10 minutes, 70 minutes. This is in glorious black and white, and the aspect ratio is 1.37 to 1. So there you have it, another run-of-the-mill PRC. Who done it mystery? Pretty decent under the circumstances, all things considered. Not a bad movie by any means, but not a great one either. It was nice to see Brian Foulger get all that screen time. Okay, next up is Othello, 1952. I don't know if I'm going to finish that. That might be a really super long movie. Uh, I've only got an hour and a half, maybe. If it's more than an hour and a half, for sure I won't be able to finish that today. But I might be able to wake up early in the morning and watch it. Or perhaps later tonight, like around 10 ish. Yeah, I think I'll do it. I'll take a little 5 hour nap, wake up, watch Othello, then go back to sleep for 4 more hours. That'll give me 9 hours of sleep. All right, Othello 1952 is number one on my list, followed by Ron's Story 2020, number two. And number three is Rattlers 1976, another box office international deal. Hopefully, Rattlers is better than The Child. We'll see. Rattlers gets a low 4.1 out of 10 on IMDb. Bunch of unknown actors here. Let's see. All right, Rattlers, produced by Harry H. Novak. So I'll probably give Rattlers another 3, unless, or even a 2 possibly. We'll see how that goes. Rattlers is rated PG. Oh, this doesn't look promising. But we'll see. We'll keep an open mind here. It's got 1,200 ratings, so people know about this movie. It's not super obscure, but we'll give it a shot. Good old Rattlers. All right. Let's see if I have anything coming up on my calendar here. #20th nothing. I should be able to review a movie. But the 21st, I have an appointment in Burlingame. An allergist appointment at 9 a.m. So I might be able to get in possibly 3 or 4 reviews this weekend. We'll see. For sure, I don't have anything going on Monday night. Better add some more form.org down here. We got Don Bosco and nothing else. All right. So I'm going to add form.org movies below Don Bosco at 28. Ip Man is 25, Weird Science 23, and Ip Man 2 29. So that's the plan for this weekend. Hope you enjoyed my video. Um, I think the black actor in this movie is the reason to watch, and Brian Foulger too. The rest of the actors, not so much. I don't recognize any of them. So, yeah, take it or leave it kind of flick. Not crazy about it, but just thought I'd get it in for the heck of it since it is relatively obscure public domain. There you go. Laters.